Welcome to our new lesson, lesson 2, in chapter 11 here, which talking about multiplying and dividing rational expression. In this lesson here, we will learn how can we multiply and divide the rational expression as we did before, like when you have numerical fractions. Now, as you remember, when you have to multiply a numerical fractions, such as 3 over 2 times 4 over 27, as an example. What you have to do? Here, you have to multiply the numerators over up, multiplying the denominators. Or you can simplify if you can. You multiply, you divide, or you simplify here by dividing by 3, which is 1, by 3, which is 9, by 2, which is 1, by 2, which is 2. So you'll find that the simplified answer is 2 over 9. This is how to multiply a numerical fractions. And also, if you want to divide an numerical fractions, such as 3 over 2, divide by 27 over 4, what you have to do? The first step that we did, that we keep the first fraction as it is, then we change or we switch the division to a multiplication, and then we write the reciprocal of the second fraction, which is 4 over 27. Then it's come like a multiplication. You can simplify, and you will get the final answer here, which is 2 over 9. This is how we did in the numerical fraction. Today now, we can say that we can do some of these steps with the rational expression if we multiply or divide. Let's start now here with the first one. How can we multiply rational expression? Now, as we say, rational expression, that's mean polynomial over polynomial. That's why we call it rational expression. Look at the first one here. We have 6 over a squared times negative 2 over a cubic. Now, look at the numerator with the denominator. In the first fraction, can we simplify it? No. Look at the second one. Can we simplify it? Also no. So when you want to multiply them, you have just to multiply the numerators, which is 6 times negative 2 is negative 12 over x squared times a cubic is a to the power 5. So here the product is negative 12 over a to the power 5. Is it clear?
Yes, I must multiply the reciprocal, or when I divide only.
No, this is when you divide. Here
okay.
now, just we are multiplying.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is the product here of 5 over y? And but before that, let's state any excluded values. To state any excluded values, you have to look at the first one, take the 0 of it, and the second one, take the zeros of it. And you have to look at the first denominator and the second denominator. For the first denominator, if a squared of 0, so a will be 0.
Teacher, it will be, yes.
And when a cubic is 0, it will be
0.
also 0. So the excluded value will be all the values except a equals 0. Now, let's solve this one here. If we have 5 over y times 3 over y cubic, you want to multiply them. What did you do? First, what did you have to multiply?
The numerator.
The numerator. 5 times 3 is
15.
15. over
16.
y times y cubic
Y
power 4. Bravo. So this is the product here. Now let's state any excluded values. What we have to do, we have to look at the first denominator and the second denominator. What is the first denominator? Y. Let's find the zeros of the denominator. So y is 0. It's already solved here. And y cubic is 0. So y will be 0. Exactly.
0.
So you will say that this excluded value here, or the values that you can apply, is all the values except y 0. Is it clear?
Yes.
yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. Now let's solve B. In B here, we have x over x minus 2 times x plus 1 over x minus 3. As we said before, we have first to multiply the numerators. Now be careful here. When you have to multiply x times x plus 1, what you have to do?
Distribute.
Yes, you have to
both.
distribute
Multiply
x
x
on.
with f and x with
Bravo.
1.
So you have to say it is x times x, which is x squared, plus x times 1 plus x times 1, which is x. So you have it as x squared plus x over. Let's now multiply the denominators here. Now, as you see here, we cannot simplify. Here, we cannot simplify. Now, later on, if you can simplify it, you can cancel them. Now, let's go now to multiply the denominators. Here we have x minus 2 times x minus 3. What you have to do? Did you remember how to multiply two polynomial like this?
Either
Yes.
yes,
We will,
or
we will multiply x with x and then x with a 3 and then 2 with x, 2 with 3.
Bravo. Here we have, which we can use the FOIL way or any way you want. So let's just say that we have x squared when I multiply here first. So let's first erase them here. So the first step now, we multiply x with x, which is x squared. Then x with negative 3,
With
which
3.
is negative 3x. Then
Okay.
I multiply negative 2 then now with x, which is negative 2x, and then negative 2 with negative 3, which is plus 6. So I get as an x squared minus 5x plus 6. So here we have an x squared minus 5x plus 6. Is it
But
clear?
teacher, yes, but teacher, I will not cancel x squared and x squared because they are
No,
added.
أيوة, exactly. Since they are added, you cannot cancel them. If they are multiplied, you can. Now, after we find the product, let's find the excluded value here. To find the excluded value, I have to look at the first numerator. I will find the 0 of it. And I will look at the second denominator, and I will find the 0 of the denominator here. Now look at the first one. If x minus 2 is 0, so what is the value of x?
X equals 2.
Equals 2. And when x minus 3 is 0, what is the value of x?
Equals 3.
It's a 3. So what are the excluded values here? When x
2
is
and 3. 1, 2, and 3.
and 3. Bravo.
1, 3.
How do you find it? Is it easy? Is it right?
Yes, very easy.
Yeah. Now let's see this one here. In this one here, as you see, they are not simplified. You can simplify it. We have to factorize if we can. like as I did before, if you have 3 over 4 times 16 over 9, the first step, think about it. You need to look at it. Oh, before that, if you have 3 over 4 and 1 over 5, when you look at them, you will say, teacher, I cannot simplify. So I just multiply the numerators and the denominator. But if you look at the second numerical fraction here, if you look at them, teacher, you said, teacher, I can factorize and simplify the numbers. Like I will say that 16 is 4 times 4 and 9 is 3 times 3. Then I will cancel them like this. So I'll have the final answer as 4 over 3. If you look at two fractions that you can simplify before you multiplying, check if you can simplify or no. Here we have to do the same in the rational fractions. That's if you have x plus 5 over 7x minus 21 times 14x over x squared plus 3x minus 10. So let's see now x plus 5. Can you simplify it or it's already simplified?
Already simplified.
It's already simplified. Keep it as it is. Now look at the denominator here. Here we have 7x minus 21. Can I simplify it?
Yes, miss.
Yes. By taking 7 as a common factor, or let's slide the numbers like this here, 7x, and 21. So we have here as 7 times x. Here we have 7 times 3. So let's take 7 as a common factor here. So what did we have now? X
and 3.
minus 3. Bravo. This is for the first one. Let's now continue. For 14x.
It is simplified, miss.
Yes, keep it as 14x. Now, let's go now to the second one here. We have x squared minus 3x minus 10. We can factorize it into x. Since I have a negative sign, so one is negative and one is positive. Then after that, now give me two factors or a pair of factors. That's if you multiply them, you get 10. And if you add them, you get positive 3. One is minus and one is positive. We can say 5 and 2, positive 5 and negative 2. Which one that if you add them, you get positive 3?
Negative 5, positive 2.
Negative 5,
positive 2. And negative
positive 5, negative 2.
Now, after that, look at them here. Look at now at the first numerator with the second denominators. Look here how we have x plus 5 that are common. We can cancel them. And here we have 14x. Look down with the denominator. We cannot cancel it. Okay, look at the first denominator. Can we cancel something here?
It's not the 7. It can be?
Yeah, they are 7 multiplied. So we can. I told you if you have a 7 multiplied, you can. So you will say over 7 is 1, over 7 is 2. Here we have 7 multiplied by x minus 3. As I told you, if they are multiplied, we can simplify. So here we have like a numbers 7 and 14. So that means we can say that over 7 is 1, over 7 is 2.
It will be 1 over
so
x
it will
minus
be, no, 1 times 2 is 2 over, we have now x minus 3 and x minus 2. This is now will be the product.
Miss, can you repeat where x have gone?
No, sorry, I forget it.
Because
No, just I forget it.
Ah.
This will be now the final answer. Is it clear?
yes,
I
miss.
don't understand it.
Which one, Yara? Which part?
The last part. Yes, me too.
From here?
Yeah.
Type. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look at x plus 5. X plus 5, it's already simplified. We cannot simplify it. So keep it as x plus 5. Then look at 7x minus 21. Can you simplify it? Can you look at them? Can you see
Yes.
the common factor here?
Yes.
Yes. Let's write 7x here and 21 here. 7x, that means 7 times x. And 21, that means 7 times 3. Then what is the common number here? Or the common factor? 7. So put 7. Then if you remove 7, what did you have now?
X.
X minus, if you remove
3.
7 from here, what did you have now?
3.
3. Then let's continue up here. 14x. 14x, here we have it. Keep it as it is because it is 14x. Cannot simplify it. Then look at the second denominator here. X squared plus 3x minus 10. How can we factorize it? As you remember, we have x squared plus 3x minus 10. If you have a minus c, that means we have two fractions. One is yeah. Now since we have first a minute here, since we have a negative 10, so one is negative and one is positive. Is it right?
Yeah. Yes.
Then I will make a table like this now. I want now to write the factors of 10. Thus, when you add them, you get a positive 3. So, what are the factors of negative 10? But one is minus and one is a plus. What are the factors of 10?
2 and 5.
2 and 5. Bravo.
Negative 2, positive 5.
Now, I want you now to add the first pair. Negative 2 plus 5 is
3.
Positive 3. So that's what I want. So take negative 2 and positive 5. Bring them here. Up to now, is it clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
So now let's continue. I didn't finish, Yara. Wait. Yeah, now let's continue. Here you can make another step. You can multiply the numerators like x plus 5 times 14x. Up, you will have to write 7 times x minus 3 times x minus 2 times x plus 5. You can make like this. It's also correct. Then up with down. We can cancel them. Sorry. And then here we have 14x. Can I cancel it with x minus 2?
Yes.
No, you cannot cancel it. 14x with x minus 3 cannot simplify it. But 14x with x minus 3, Can you simplify it?
Yes.
How? Yes.
No.
No. How can you simplify 14x with x minus 3? Here, if you have 14x over x minus 3, how can you simplify it?
It can't be.
You can't, yes. So look at the last one here. How can you simplify 14x with 7? Think about 14. 14 is a product of which two numbers?
2 and 7.
2 and 7, bravo. So here we have 2 and 7 and x. So let's now cancel 7 with 7. Then what did you have now?
2x.
And here this one and this one, I forget it. So you have 2x over
2x
x minus
over
3 and
X minus 2.
x minus 2. Bravo. This will be the product now. You understand it now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now let's continue. Here now, since if they didn't told you to find the excluded value, don't you solve it. Here, look at this. What is the product? We didn't tell you state the excluded value. And if you want to state it, you have a 3 or 2 or -5. But this is not with you this year. Okay? You have to find all the excluded value for the simplest one. Now, before I switch the second slide, is it clear?
Miss, you said
Yes.
x minus and x minus 2x plus 5. If
Yes,
they
so
are
you have
excluded-
-5, 2, and 3. But this
Yes.
is not important for you this year.
Okay.
So you have to stop all the adds once you multiplied.
Okay. And
Yeah.
once yes, okay.
Now, look at this one here. Also, they didn't tell you find the excluded value, so no need. Don't find it. Only just multiply. Now here, we have 3 x squared over x plus 2 times x squared plus 3x plus 2 over x. Now, I will try to look at each one. For 3x squared, here, let's now try to factorize it. 3x squared, is it a 3 times x times x? Is it right?
Yes.
Over x plus 2, keep it as it is. Then multiplied by this x down, keep it as it is. Now here we have x squared plus 3x plus 2. I want now to factorize it. So we have x squared plus 3x plus 2 equals, open 2 brackets. I want now, since we have plus, so we have plus here and plus here. Then give me 2 pair of factors that if you multiply them, you get 2. And if you add them, you get 3.
2 and 1.
And 1. Bravo. So I will say x plus 1 times x plus 2. Hella, by now, is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now let's connect between them like this. That's mean that you multiplied them. Now let's try to simplify. Can I simplify x plus 2 with 3x squared? Or with x plus 1 or with x plus 2?
X plus 2.
Bravo.
X plus 2.
X plus 2 with x plus 2. Now, here, can I cancel x with something in the numerator?
Yes, X.
Yes.
Bravo,
X.
with
X.
X. So I cancel it now. So what did we have? We have 3x
And
times
X plus 1.
x plus
And
1. Bravo, that's it. Is it clear?
till now, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's remember that if you have a 2 over 5 times 25, what did you do first?
Put 25 over 1.
No. Yes. Reciprocal. Not teacher. I will multiply 2 with 25, which is 50 over 5.
Okay.
Simplify, which is 10.
Okay, or in another way,
Simplify 25 with
simplify.
5.
That's mean you can simplify 5 by dividing by 1. 5 over by 5 is 1, and 25 by 5 is 5. Then you will say 2 times 5 is 10. So when you multiply a whole number by a fraction, you can simplify the whole number with the denominator. This is in the numerical fraction. And we will do the same steps in rational expression. Let's see this example here. 2m plus 5 over 3m minus 6 times m squared plus m minus 6. Now, look at the first numerator, 2m plus 5. Can you simplify it?
No, teacher.
Look
Simplify.
at 2 and 5. Is there a common factor between them?
No.
No. So
No.
keep it as it is. Now, look at the second one, 3 and 6. Is there a common factor between them?
Yes. 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is
So,
it?
m minus 2.
Here we have 3m, and here we have 6. So 3m, that's mean 3 times m, and 6, that's mean 2 times 3. So what is the common factor will be?
3.
3. If you remove 3 from the first row, what did you have left?
M.
2m.
Minus
2.
Minus 2.
Bravo. We have m minus 2. Now let's continue. Now look at m squared plus m minus 6. Let's try now to simplify it or to factorize it. We have to put 2 brackets like this, m and m. Now, what is the sign of C here, of 6? It is negative or positive? Negative. What does it mean?
One negative, one positive.
Bravo. One is negative and one is positive. Now, I want you now to give me the factors of negative 6 that if you add them, you get positive 1.
3 and 2.
2 and 3.
3 and 2. Bravo. Now, negative 3 plus 2, it's negative 1. I don't want them. Positive 3 minus 2, this is 1. So, I have m minus 2 times m plus 3.
Plus 3.
Now, after I factorize it here,
Cross, teacher, m
yes.
minus 2.
Not cross, you mean
Yeah.
simplify. M minus
Yeah,
2. Can I cancel it with m minus 2?
Yeah, we can.
Yes. So we have to say
Yes.
we have 2m plus 5
M plus 5.
times
m
plus 3 over what?
over 3.
Over
3.
Don't forget this one here. Bravo. This is how to multiply a rational expression by a polynomial. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, teacher. Okay.
Now, what is the product here? Let's do now A. 2x minus 14 over 4x minus 6 times 6x squared minus 13x plus 6. Yeah, let's look at the first numerator here. Is there a common factor between 2 and 14? Let's try them here.
Yes.
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 Here we have 2x and 14. What are the factors of 14?
7 and
2
2
2.
times 7.
2 and 7.
Bravo. So let's take 2 as a common factor. Then,
So
if we
2,
remove
7 minus x minus 7.
bravo, we have x minus 7 over 4x and 6. Did we have a common factor here?
Yes.
Yes.
Teacher, it
Yes.
will be x minus 3.
4x and 6. Yeah, let's say that we have 2 times 2 times x. Here we have 2 times 3 times without x. So we have to say that
Going
we
to
have
be
2
2
times
Times
2x
2
2x
minus
minus
3.
3. Bravo.
minus 3.
Bravo. Then let's now factorize the polynomial. Here we have 6x squared minus 13x plus 6. As you remember, since the a here is not 1, so I have to multiply a times c, which is what? 36.
36.
Now, I want you now to give me the factors of 36 that if when you add them, you get negative 13.
12 and no. 6. Yes. No, teacher. Teacher, what are the factors? We have 12 and the 3.
9
We
and 4.
have yes.
They are plus. I want the sign here is minus. So negative 9 and negative 4. Once you multiply them, you get positive 36. And when you added them, you get negative 13. Is it right?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's now rewrite this one here. We have 6x squared. Now, instead of writing 13x, I have to write it with 9 and negative 4. 9 and negative 4. These two numbers here. Then 9x minus 4x plus 6. Then let's continue. 6x squared minus 9x. Look at 6x squared and 9x. Let's factorize them. What did we have? We have 2 times 3 times x times x. And 9x, what did we have?
3 times
3 times 3 times x. So
Times
x
x.
and
And
3,
3.
they are the common factors. So rewrite it as 3x here, and then 2x minus what?
Minus 3.
minus
Minus
3.
3. Bravo. Now look at the second one. Negative 4x plus 6. I want to remove the negative. So let's say negative 4x here and 6. What did you have? We have negative 2 times 2 times x and 6.
Times x.
2 times x. 2 times 3.
2.
Bravo.
Times 2.
So now
It will be 2.
it will be 2. Bravo.
2.
2. So we can say plus 2 times. When I get here, I remove. I have negative 2x plus
3.
3. Bravo. Then after that, Right. Here now, what can we do? Let's take the minus sign. Here we cannot take 2x minus 3 and negative 2x plus 3. We can take them as a common factor.
We will
So
convert,
let's take,
Miss. We will multiply the negative sign with, it will be plus
yeah,
2.
that's what I mean. Let's take negative 1 as a common factor. So let's put here, this is a negative 2. So since you take a negative 1 as a common factor, so you will change the signs. It will be 2x minus 3 now.
So you'll take them together.
Then, yeah, take them as a common factor, 2x minus 3 and 3x minus 2. This is now how we factorize this polynomial here. Is it right?
But teacher, see, when it is, you
Yes.
took the negative sign with the negative 4x. If we make it like negative 1, it will be, teacher, negative 2x plus 3.
No,
So
I
how?
mean here, like take a negative sign, like take a negative 1 as a common factor. When you take a negative, or like take a negative 2 as a common factor. I will replace it in another, repeat in another way. Here, take negative 2 as a common factor. What did you have? You want to cancel here. Every time you have to cancel the negative sign. To cancel it, take negative 2 or negative something as a common factor. So when you take negative 2 as a common factor, what does it mean? That means you can divide negative 4 by negative 2, which is?
Negative 4 by negative 2, positive.
Positive 2.
Positive.
And positive 6 by negative 2?
It will be negative 3.
Negative 3. Here, so every time if you have to factorize like this type of polynomial, try to cancel or to remove this minus sign by taking it as a common factor. Okay? Try to take it as a common factor.
طب teacher, if there is another way, because maybe I might make a wrong in this negative sign only. So teacher, can I like distribute this negative sign inside the bracket? And teacher, I will make the negative sign is the sign between the two operators, which is 3x, 2x minus 3.
Do you mean that you need to keep it as 4x plus 6?
Yes, 4x plus 6. Then the negative sign will be distributed. No.
But you will, no, you will change the answer. So in this case,